to John De Silva Photography. Today, I'm going to be reviewing some beautiful images from some beautiful place that I have traveled to. I am a travel photographer, and that's some of the work that I do. Currently, right now, I am in Black Bear Reserve, I think that's the name of it, here in Central Florida. It's a beautiful 7-mile hike, very quiet, very green, as you can see. Water and plants and birds. We've seen alligators, owls, all kinds of feathered friends. But today I'm going to focus on the pictures that I'm going to show you. I'm going to talk about them, go over how I made them. Hopefully this discussion will help you with your photography. So stay tuned. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in a bit.
Today's images are from my visit to Phenom Penh, the largest city in Cambodia. And when you walk through a city, when you visit a city with the intent to make photographs, you usually gravitate to what the city or the place is offering you. You're trying to get a feel for the city and reveal what it's all about. Now, Phnom Penh has a history, a brutal recent history with Pol Pot, who was their leader for a number of years back in the 70s. And he did a lot of damage. He killed a lot of people, of his own people. And that remnant still remains in Phnom Penh with the killing fields and a number of places that you can visit that tells the history of this time period in Phnom Penh. And this first image is a graphic reminder of what it was like with these skulls and bones that looks like mostly femurs, like leg bones, of people who were killed under the Pol Pot regime. Uh, I'm not going to focus on the history of this period of Phnom Penh and Cambodia, but I am going to talk a little bit about the pictures, and they are very moving. I made this one black and white. That was a choice. You had to shoot through glass, which was tricky. You have to take off your lens shade and get your lens as close to the glass as you possibly can to eliminate any kind of reflections. As you can see in the far left and far right, um, there are some reflections there, but it's the best I could do. And you always do the best you can do, work with what you can. I could have cropped that out, but I thought it added to the starkness. It kind of framed, the light colored reflections framed the dark black and white, well, what I made black and white imagery of the skulls there being displayed for this visual at the killing fields. The next image is a little bit lighter, considerably lighter. It is a bicycle rickshaw driver. You just got to love that expression. I saw that expression from a distance. I made the photograph. He didn't blink or move, or this expression he held the entire time. I purposely um, tilted my camera because that was the best way I felt to get him, get his head up there in the upper left corner, towards the upper left corner, still using the rule of thirds that I covered in a previous short video, and his feet down there at the bottom right. The police truck there next to him just adds a little bit of flavor to the picture. His leg up there, I believe it's a vape or something in his left hand. But again, it's interesting. It makes you feel something. It tells this guy's story. He's just sitting there waiting to make some money. Um, in the street, everywhere you see people, especially older people, always impress me in places like this. They are doing such manual labor and putting their bodies through a lot of stress by carrying heavy things. Sometimes you'll see generally men on bicycles carrying tons of stuff that you would never see in the Western world, in America, Canada, Western Europe, um, just carrying stuff that you would never carry, desks, long ladders. It's just amazing what people do when they have to do it. So I put this lady smack dab in the middle. You see how short she is compared to the cars. I framed her right there in the middle, walking amongst traffic, and she's looking at me. She sees me. I don't. She didn't change her demeanor, so it's not like she was smiling and then put this scowlish type of look on her face. This is just how she looked as she was walking past me. Um, the next image is rural, more rural, of course. It is Phnom Penh skyline in the background, and these plants growing in the water, not far from the killing fields site, are called morning glory, and they eat these plants. People are out there harvesting them, and they come back in their boats to the shore, and they put their what they've collected into another boat. And when that boat gets filled, they actually move all the morning glory to a truck and then take it to be processed somewhere. So that was really interesting to watch. Rural community right there doing basically farm work right there with the Phnom Penh in the background. In the next image, you'll see a woman who is coming in from her harvesting, and her boat is full of morning glory. She got a little thermos there, so I mean it's a day. She's out there, I guess the picking the ones that are ready to be picked, and then she's rowing herself towards where the boat is that gets collects all the morning glory, and then it goes into the truck. This gentleman was on the sidewalk every day near where I was staying. I would leave, he was there doing repair work, come back, he was there doing repair work. As a matter of fact, I asked him, I showed him my camera bag where I was having some zipper problems. They were coming loose from my bag, asking him if he could fix it. Nope, he couldn't. So that was disappointing, but he was there every day. And it's quite interesting to see just out there. I never saw him arrive, so I never saw the process of him setting up and what he does or breaking down. But again, very interesting to see him doing this. I really enjoy shooting in beauty parlors and barbershops wherever people gather and there are mirrors because you can get different perspectives in one composition. This one's a perfect example. The woman who's on her phone, you see her from behind and you can see what's on her phone, but you can't see her face. But the mirror is conveniently there. You can see her face. She's looking down at her camera. And the woman in the mask who has her back to us in the far right, but you see her facial profile wearing the mask and her hair up on top of her head. You can see her face frontal, front in most of it, most of her face in the mirror. And the lady in the back, you just see her head sitting there, what appears to be on top of cosmetics and makeup brushes and stuff like that. And then all the way in the lower left, you see a little bit of a woman, the back of her with her, she's running her fingers through her hair, but the whole picture from top to bottom, from corner to corner, is just filled with stuff. And I find it dynamic and exciting. All the bottles and jars and pump bottles, everything, every space is loaded with makeup stuff and brushes. Obviously, a cosmetic place, a hair cutting place, but this kind of scene always excites me. The next image is similar, but not as dynamic. It's a smaller space. There are bottles and stuff on the shelf, but not as completely just taking over the image. You've got the guy who's doing the cutting, the hair all in black. You can see his face a little bit above his arm, and the woman, you see her sitting in the chair having her hair done. You can see her profile, and of course, she's um, fixated on her phone, as most people are in situations like this. And the woman in the chair, all the way to the left, you just see her sleeve and her arm a little bit, but you can see her face in the mirror through the plant leaves. It's again, I am just crazy about stuff like this. The two different perspectives, looking at it from this direction, and then but seeing another aspect of it with the mirror. Um, this night scene was very unusual for me. It was stark, dark. Look at the wall. There's no paint on it or much paint left of it. It just looks, dingy, run down. You got electronics in the upper right there, maybe phone connection, whatever. A little bit of a clothesline hanging there with what looks like a rag or a towel or something. Things piled up on the door in the entryway. It's it's just it looks dark. It looks like you can hear it's quiet. Like there's maybe a dog barking in the distance, with that one light hanging up there above, illuminating everything. But what really caught my eye was that super colorful blouse underneath the gray jacket hanging on that clothes hanger in that black box. It's almost like it's a work of art, and it just struck me. I made my composition. I picked what I wanted in there and what I didn't want in there, and there's so much to see here. But it leaves you with a different feeling than my other images. Um, in the markets, the next image, I found this very comical. Plucked chickens on their backs with their feet just sticking up in the air, stiff as can be. I focused on the feet, let everything else fall softly, and was fortunate enough to have a woman sitting off to the right and playing off the feet theme. Her hand is there, her appendage, um, and I just thought it played well with the feet sticking up towards my lens. I got really close and made sure my focus was sharp on the feet, so you could see all the detail in the nails. Um, I just found it to be funny when I saw it, and then as I was composing, I was thinking of the most humorous way that I could present this, and Then the next image you'll see are the chickens. Usually, as you find them, they're usually hanging either by their feet, or in this manner that you see here. The street markets always have local foods, and you're almost invariably going to see chickens. And hopefully, these chickens had a great life, because here they are at the end of their life, and they're going to be someone's dinner. And the lady in the back is was I was able to perfectly get her in the frame. Um, she is selling. This is her booth, and I went obviously portrait on this because everything, all the information is from top to bottom, not from left to right.
That was today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got some useful information out of it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Come back often, as I'm posting these videos frequently. Make sure you keep making great photos, and I will see you at the next video.